All right, this is gonna be a long one, so let's get started. I was running a rapid fire grenade build that was really glass cannon. It got me to T15. It instantly killed the bosses. In fact, it killed the bosses too fast. I had too much damage and didn't focus anything into resistances. So I flip mode that. I focus primarily on resistances on this one and damage secondarily. The biggest weakness is going to be large groups of crowds that keep respawning. So Abyss is its biggest weakness, but it's good at everything else, and I actually like playing it a lot. I hated the other build because it's glass cannon, and I kept dying, and it was a lot of buttons to press, and it was annoying. So for this build, I'm going to talk about how the build is going to run. We are using armor piercing rounds. Why are we using armor piercing rounds? Because that's the one I wanted to use. It feels best, and I don't give a shit about the damage really. So I just do this, and I look cool, and then I roll around. And we are pairing that with cluster grenades. I have 4 cluster grenades. So I pop on rapid fire when I get to a boss, and then you unload your rapid fire. Look at that heat generation. Your gun locks up. Then you go cluster grenade, oh, you need health potions. Cluster grenade, 4 cluster grenades, and whatever's there is now dead. Right? But you gotta pop that potion, because cluster grenades are 369 mana. So the boss taken care of, most of the map is taken care of with this, and if you get real thick, you can also just throw your cluster grenade while you're rocking. So that is the combo. It's a lot less buttons, and it's a lot easier, and I die a lot less than the old version of the build. My biggest weakness is my crossbow that I'm using. I'm using this crossbow for the main weapon, which is armor penetrating bullets, which is a physical attack, but I happen to have a weapon that's got fire and cold. It is not perfect. My grenade bow is pretty good for grenades. This is probably as good as I want to get, because any more than this, then it gets into the 10 plus divine range. I picked this up for 1 divine. So, 1 divine crossbow, a 1 divine crossbow. Not that expensive. So this is a relatively inexpensive build, assuming you think a 1 divine crossbow is inexpensive. Everyone has different price targets, goals, and what they can afford. So we got 1 divine crossbow. Each one of these pieces of gear is around 1 to 2 divine. Some are super cheap, but I think this body armor was 3, and then this gloves was 1, the boots was 1, I think the helmet was 1. Don't remember exactly. I didn't spend that much. I had a total of 10 divines, and I got this, and this crossbow here. I was already using the other one. So 10 divines on the gear. And what I decided to do was go armor and evasion. I thought armor and evasion sounded cool. I thought it looked cool. And I wanted to see how far I could pump each of those mechanics. So I got a helmet with armor applies to elemental damage. Gain deflection equals evasion. Body armor does the same. Boots do the same. Gloves, I wasn't able to find a really good one. And I wanted really high armor for the gloves for this node on the tree right here. +1 to evasion rating per 1 armor on the gloves. So these gloves are giving me 687 evasion, which is pretty damn dope. So here is the tree. We are rocking down. We're getting this bad boy here. I kind of don't like that these have a flat amount of armor and evasion. It might be good. It might not. So I avoided them to get some attack speed and then path that way. Grab these bad boys for armor and evasion. Swing down this way. Armor and evasion. We are grabbing some armor break and some break 50% of armor on pinning and enemies. Since I am a tactician, I pin the shit out of everything. So that is a pretty radical combo. Blasting through here for some double-handed damage. Getting very sad that I don't have enough points for that. Now, when I went to this grenade node, it says +1 cooldown use of grenades. So I put my grenade crossbow, which is in weapon slot 2, and I weapon slot 2 this, but my dumbass didn't realize that I run through most of the game in weapon swap 1, and if you only have this selected on 1 weapon slot, when you swap, that +1 cooldown vanishes. So that made me super sad that I had to waste 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points on both skills, and I couldn't flip mode it up. But either way, Armor and evasion, very, very solid. 120% armor and evasion when on low life. Excellent. Then I started to flip mode it. Weapon swap 2 is grenades. This that light green shit. We're getting some of this area of effect and some of this damage. We're getting some of this grenade, 15% chance to activate a second time. And I think that works for every single grenade in the cluster grenade setup. Since my cluster grenades are bossing, I'm grabbing these really strong boss nodes for the cluster grenades. Crit for both. This pinning damage, this is just weapon slot 1. That is my armor penetrating rounds. And when I like to penetrate, I do that. And I'm doing my defensive setup and my armor penetrating, because you don't really die from bosses. You mostly die from little fucking pieces of shit that turn invisible and then just kill you out of nowhere, right? So all of my evasion pumping is on weapon swap 1. So we got some evasion nodes here for weapon 1. We got some evasion nodes here for weapon 1. We got that evasion node for weapon 1. And as I level up, I'm going to be grabbing these blind nodes for 50% increased blind, which is really going to help me with my evasion. And then, you know, crit for both, this one for both, skill speed for both, and then this bad boy, 40% increased critical damage plus 25% increased damage on enemies within 2 meters. And that is going to be for bossing. So I only have that on the cluster grenades. That is the tree. It's pretty damn sick. So let's take a look at, let's do some defenses. We are sitting at 52 evasion when I'm moving, and 49 when I'm holding still, and 69% armor. Let's take a look at how much I am deflecting. I have a 64% deflection chance while moving, and I am deflecting 38% of the damage. Now, it's a little higher than that because I'm going to be blinding the enemies. So the enemies are going to be blinded. So it's going to be a little higher across the board. It works out very well. Now, for the elemental damage, it is great. I only have 8,491 armor for a 69% physical damage reduction, and the armor applying to elemental damage is much higher. So the estimated elemental damage reduction on hits is 77%. Now, again, these numbers are likely wonky, because armor doesn't work like you think it would. It says 69% physical damage reduction, and if you take 1,000 damage, you would expect it to take 690 off of that, but that is just not how it works. It mostly works on really small attacks, and it prevents you from taking a fuck ton of swarm damage, which, when you're sprinting, and, you know, you get hit because you're trying to use a crossbow, and you're, like, reloading or something, and you get swarmed, that is where armor comes in handy. So let's take a look at my skills I'm going to be using. Armor penetrating rounds. I got armor breaker just because I want to get those endurance charges. And I'm going to be getting the charges because I'm using this bad boy. 25% more critical chance while you have power charges. 19% more differences while you have endurance charges. And 14% more skill speed while you have frenzy charges. That is pretty damn good. And this one is gain a frenzy charge when you electrocute or pin or freeze. And that is how I get my frenzy charges. This one is gain a power charge when you dodge roll and they kill the enemy. So this is how I'm getting my power charges. And that bad boy, armor breaker, is how I'm getting my endurance charges. So when I have my endurance charges, those defensive numbers go through the roof. Another good thing I hit with an abysmal craft, this 19% increased global defenses. Now that's going to apply to both evasion and armor. Really good when you're double stacking and you have multiple layers of a defense. Really nice amulet. Super solid. We got 7% life. We got 145% life. Good and good. Not even counting the rarity. That's a bad boy. I craft this almost entirely myself. Very proud. One of the best things I've ever crafted in Path of Exile 2 because I hate crafting and I don't like doing it. It's a waste of my time. I want to play the game. I want to play the game. So armor piercing rounds, we got armor breaker, getting endurance charges, fresh clip. I don't know if this works. It says 1% more damage for each bolt reloaded in the past 8 seconds. So if I take a look at my skills, hit that G spot, we're looking at that damage. Blast through my rounds, reload. I would expect that to go up. Right? I would expect it to go up. But if it doesn't go up, we are looking, I mean, if it does work and it just doesn't go up and it's working in the background, we're looking at probably, what do I have? 23 rounds, and I can go through 2 clips in, 8 seconds, within 8 seconds about. So it's going to be like a 30 to 40% damage multiplier. Well, technically, it's either going to be a 23 or a 46 damage multiplier, but you know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about. It's a pretty good little thing, assuming it even works, right? A lot of GGG shit doesn't work. Then we have this one, 4 additional projectiles. Now, you don't really need this one. I just think it looks cool. I really liked Diablo 3's Demon Hunter, and it ran around and shot shit in all circles, and he moved around. So that's why I'm using it, because I like the Demon Hunter. Blindside, 50% more critical strike bonus with hits on blinded enemies. 15% more chance to critically hit blinded enemies. I'm using that because it has more multipliers on it, and I like more multipliers, so that's why I'm using it. And then Fork. We got a bunch of stuff up here we're going to be trying. So far, I think Fork is the best. Rapid attacks, you can't really penetrate, so if you grab rapid attacks, you have to grab this node here. Projectiles pierce enemies with fully broken armor. So when you're grabbing rapid fire, if you want to use that, you got to break their armor, and then you can pierce through them to get into the mob. Chain works very well, but its single target is hit by that 40% less damage with hits, and it doesn't really chain on the same target if it's only one enemy. Whereas Fork only does less damage after forking. So when you want to fork hard. So Fork has a better single target than Chain. Chain feels a little bit better, but I'll sacrifice in case, you know, my cluster grenades go dud, right? They miss or something happens. I think I like Fork better. You got Armor Explosion, but the explosions are just pretty small. Convert 100% of physical damage to fire. Attacks with a skill is 30% of default attack damage. And since my attack damage on Armor Breaker is super low, the explosions, they're just a bit gimpy. They're cool and they look cool, you know, but they're just a bit gimpy. So that's what I'm rocking on Armor Piercer. High velocity rounds, I tried it out. I only tried it with, 3. I didn't like it, so I just skipped it. Mortar rounds, I don't really use, but if I ever want to on a boss, I might pop it on there, right? Hit that bad boy with an oil round. Cluster Grenade, we got Nova projectiles and adhesive grenades. Those are the most important ones. Then we got Second Wind level 3. This is going to give me an additional bad boy. Twice as many cooldown uses, which is why I have 4 cluster grenades. Pretty damn dope. If we take that off, it goes down to 2. So that is an extra 2 cooldowns. Now, area of effect, I'm not positive this is the best node. There's several other nodes you can pick, but I think area of effect might just allow it to overlap more, right? Because you drop those in a tiny little circle on the boss. So the first grenades all hit, and then the ones splash around it. They might hit, they might not hit. I'm not certain on it. You can figure out the best way to hit a boss. It might be like, if this thing's the boss, it might be best to set it in the middle like that, or to put it at a bit more of an edge like this. Well, whoops, it made it all big and gross. Set it on a bit of an edge like this, so it hits just this like one side kind of, and then as it blows up outwardly. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. I think it's probably better just to put it right on the middle. Again, the combo I'm going to be using is rapid fire. You get that heat, you lock it up, and once you're locked up, then you go to your cluster grenades. If you really want to, you can drop, one of those bad boys, and then you go cluster grenade, and it's going to consume. Oh. We need more heat. We ran out of heat. There we go. And then you do your mortar. E, wrong button. And then cluster grenade. Mana potion, cluster grenade. Mana potion, cluster grenade. And the enemy is going to be stunned, pinned, and that's how you're going to kill your bosses. I think I talked about everything I got going on. I grabbed this bad boy for the gain deflection rating equals to 20% of armor, and that's why it's good to go hybrid. I haven't gotten my 4th one because, quite frankly, this game is just so disrespectful of your time. There's so much shit to do, and it takes forever to do it, so I just haven't gotten around to doing it. But I'll probably grab this bad boy. Persistent buffs have 50% less reservation effect, and I'll find some supports to throw in there. I'll find something to toss in there. Blood Herald, maybe a couple other things, and then the next upgrade is going to be the crossbow. But it's looking like I'm gonna need some real big cash to get a new crossbow. 15 divines minimum probably to get a really good upgrade on this. And I think I'll just run through some maps, maybe try to level up and just kind of demo it. It's kind of dope. I'm heading this way. But I have a bunch of just solid maps behind me. Trying to find another red zone, and then there's one right over here, though. I'm gonna head over there. I'm gonna get that shit. It's gonna be real good. But I'll just fight some of these thick boy bosses, because I kind of want to die. So we got more life, critical, stealing my charges. Let's traverse it. Ice cave. We got an ice cave we're getting into. Whoops. Here, I'm just gonna clear this. I'm not using it. And since you're just like pinning and stunning, and you just get into the mix, then you throw your cluster grenades, clears out the enemies, get into the mix, toss out a cluster grenade. And since you have so much deflection, so much armor, so far I haven't died since I put this together, and it's worked out pretty well. Again, the damage isn't great. I need a much better crossbow. But it gets the job done. And you don't really, at least I haven't died yet. You gotta pay attention to your potions, because it doesn't have good life regeneration. Not that great for breach. But they do have increased life, 43% increased life, and they're still in my charges, which is just rude. Ooh. 1.5 Chaos Orbs right there. You want to be doing your dodge roll, because that's how you get your power charges. So if you don't like dodge roll, this ain't the build for you, because you're going to be dodge rolling a lot. Ooh, we got a little guy to hit. Let's drop a mortar cannon for the giggles. I took my fake frames off so I can get an accurate frame count for this shit, so it can dip down. If I put the artificial frame generator on there, I can usually stay pretty solid to 60, but it's putting fake frames. I kind of don't like the fake frames. I'm a fan of fake tits, but not fake frames. I do have some standards. Once you see that unique, then you drop that cluster grenade, you get the kill, you get the win, you get the dopamine. I'm gonna let someone trip me up. Trip me up, boys. Oh, fucking ran into the wall. Sprint, good idea, bad implementation. I don't know why it's so hard for them to realize the correct way to do sprint is just to have a little area of effect around you that's probably like the size of a screen or your default presence area. Don't make it so you can adjust it, and you just start to go 30% faster whenever there's no enemies inside of that range. So sprint is a band-aid, because they made the maps and the world design of Path of Exile 2 so poorly and so large and so tedious that you have to sprint around to make it feel good. And instead of, you know, reducing the size of all the layouts, reducing the size of the campaign, they tossed in a band-aid with sprint. So since it's a band-aid, it's never going to be as good as a real game like Path of Exile, where, you know, everything's paced properly. But if you're going to do a band-aid, you should do it a little bit better. And the better way to do it is definitely to just have your character automatically start fucking hauling ass as soon as he's away from enemies. Come back to my come closer to my grenades. See, I think it's chaos damage on the ground. I can't really see it. Whenever I fight these Abyss, there's something that just fucks me up, and I can never see what the fuck it is. I just can't see what's killing me. Ever. When I'm fighting these Abyss. But whatever was killing me, I'm assuming it's chaos damage, because that's the only real weakness this character has right now on my defenses, because I only have 66% chaos resistance. Now I could probably steal one of the defensive nodes from the body armor and slap a chaos resistance into it and fix that up, which I might do. I might do that. What the hell are you? I don't remember seeing that. Now these armor penetrating rounds, they got shit for damage. They're not really designed for damage, but what they do have is good usability. It's fun to play them. They reload quick, they fire quick, they're cool, and cool always trumps power. Can't believe these guys are stealing all my charges. Let's take a look at some of my defenses while I'm blasting through here. Was that character? That evasion rating. You can see when I drop the cluster grenade, I'm no longer in my defensive setup, so you see my evasion drop down a ton. Since it's in early access and GGG wants some, you know, people to test out their game for them and give them good ideas, you see this evasion, how it says 54%. Instead of highlighting to see that 12,000, they could just put it there. Just put it there. Just set it right underneath that 52%. Like, I don't understand why they think that it should be layered like this. I'm sure they're trying to get to the Diablo 4 crowd who just want number go up and, you know. But it's not that big. Take these two numbers and just put it there. Why not? Like, why wouldn't you do that? It could be that, you know, I'm a fucking data nerd and I like data and I like seeing shit, but I think pretty much every ARPG player is. Like, why the fuck would you play a game like this if you're not obsessed with numbers? Like, watch a number go up. It's kind of the whole point of the game. Number go up. It's not the zoomiest build, but it's pretty comfy. It's super tanky. You don't really die. You kill bosses. I would say it's just like a solid medium across the board. I have no clue what I'm comparing it to. I'm only comparing it to my other builds and the previous version of this, which was a glass cannon build. It's actually probably just as slow as this build, but you would die. And this one, it's a little bit slow, but you don't die. And the not dying is pretty great. Okay, let's get tripped up. Ooh. No death. Let's let him fuck me a little bit. Hit a health potion. That's pretty good fuckage. And you can go through the enemies pretty good if you're not really feeling their mood. Like if you're not liking what they're selling, you just kind of want to skip them up, you can skip them up. You can just roll past them. You get them pinned, you get them stunned, you get them frozen. Oh, that's not the way I need to go. I think they nerfed the roll a little bit, and I'm guessing they did that because of Sprint. When they were doing their play, well, if they tested it, right? I still assume they don't really test anything, and they just let it go live, Bill O'Reilly style, fuck it, do it live. How the fuck am I getting down there? Better not be over here. Oh, never mind, it's a boss one. I don't need to kill all the elites. I can just fucking run to the boss. Yes. Yes. Is it latency or is... Oh, it's crash. Hard crash. Hard crash. Think that Path of Exile 2 is the best at crashing. Crashing. The game loves crash. Love to crash. New Zealanders can't code for shit. Good game idea sometimes, but can't code for shit. Grind. Well, they know they can't code, which is why they call their whole company Grinding Gear Games. They're grinding the gears. Kobe, come shoot sniper. What's my character name? I forgot it. A breathing abortion. Now they censored out abortion. That is to me a very weird word to censor out. Is it a cuss word? I know it's controversial, but it was kind of weird. But they refuse to spell things correctly. See how their armor, they throw that U in there because they don't know how to spell? So I just did abortion by tossing a U in there. Why the fuck not? They do it with armor. So why the fuck can't I do it with abortion? So I am a living abortion. And to reiterate, 43% more life on this map. It's a lot smoother when they don't have 43% life, but it still works. It gets the job done. It gets the job done, boys. See, I think I used to be able to roll through shit better. Yes, I am still playing. I am still listening to my groovy Streets of Rage tunes. Now, if you don't want to be a demon hunter, you can totally take off the demon hunter, shoot in all directions, and you do 40% more damage, and you can kind of use this a little bit better. But the cluster grenades are there. If you need to do some damage, just throw some cluster grenades out. Why not? And I'm mostly going for cluster grenades for the memes, right? It's very meme-tastic. Oh, this bitch is going to loop all the way around. That's how I'm going to get there. Click on the ritual. You can do it. I have my cluster grenades on left click, which is probably the worst spot for cluster grenades. But I like it. I got used to it. I'm not going to switch it. I ran out of manas. Manas is always a big problem. I just threw some grenades down that hole. There's someone down there is gonna be pissed. He's just managing his cabbage crops. All of a sudden, a fucking cluster grenade lands on his fucking dick, blows it right off. Farmer's wife gets super disappointed. She got to live in the fucking boondocks, and then her husband's dick's gone. Like, what does she got to live for? Till the neighbors move in, a handsome 5'7" bald ginger, and he tends to her needs while the husband's cock is blown off from a cluster grenade. It's just what happens, you know? Women can't live without a cock. And I don't just mean in like an Islamic nation, right, where they're forced to have cock whether they want it or not. I just mean sometimes women get a little bit crazy when they ain't get a dickin'. That's why lesbians have a much higher divorce rate than straight people. They ain't getting dick, so they're out of their fucking mind. Alright, let's try the combo. Let's try. Oh, he's coming out of the gate. E. Rapid fire rounds. Oh, I am locked out, and then cluster grenade, mana potion, cluster grenade. I fucked up that combo a little bit. Look at him tripping up and stumbling. Is he like golden? He golden, bro. Easy peasy. We'll see. We'll see on the next maps. They're not usually quite as thick, but you know, 40% increased life. Let's see. I want that bad boy. Let's get some of these. Let's defer that. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right. I gotta get some of those to do this league mechanic. Ooh, made some monies. Made some monies. I think everybody likes this. You go to manage your shop and you're just like, ooh, 10 exalted orbs. I just threw something random in there and got 10 exalted orbs, and I am almost out of exalted orbs. You know how good this is gonna feel? Let's go to my money tash. 4 exalted orbs. Boom. Now I'm comfortable. Now I'm comfortable. I use all my cash on my gear reset up. I had to save up doing that glass cannon shit. I should have identified my items first before tossing them in there, but it don't matter. It don't matter. It matters. +4 to the level of despair skills. What the hell? What in the hell? Birthright buckler. Alright, let's hit up another map. Another juicer. Another juicy juice. Oh my fucking god. See, along with sprint being better, if they just gave you a... I'm using my hands as if you could see me. Along with sprint, just doing a circle, as long as there's no enemies in the circle, you get 50% movement speed, 100% movement speed. Given the shitty layout of these maps, 1000% movement speed, so you can just fucking blast through it like it's Path of Exile 1, which is the GOAT. But, on top of that, they need a way to just get rid of all these animations and tighten this bitch up. Like, this is not as far as I want to zoom out. I want to see the whole fucking thing. I hate this thing. I hate it to the core. It's, a lot of times they're trying to do shit that looks cool versus shit that plays good. This, to me, does not play good. It's just a fucking clusterfuck. You go everywhere, you try to go in one direction, and then you realize that band fucking sucks ass, and you kill a balcony. You fall off a balcony and die. Wait, was that One Direction? I don't know what the fuck that was. Anyways, enough with the dying. Anyways, what they need to do is get something that removes all of this bullshit. These fucking mountains, this animation, and it gives it just a flat background, and you can zoom it way the fuck out. It tightens everything up, and then you don't have to look at all this shit. You don't get the hourglasses. You don't get the load screen. Your video card's not cooking on a simple fucking display menu. Or, you know, they can just do what they did in Path of Exile 1. Look at this bad boy. Look at this guy. Look at this dude. He's got so much shit in there. Let's fuck him up. I wasn't pumping these all the way up because I was low on Exalted Orbs. It would, like, Delve, right? Delve and Path of... Well, we don't want that. We don't need that heat. We don't need that heat up in here. Delve in Path of Exile 1. That layout, it was smooth, it was easy to follow, it was easy to understand, it didn't break the game with its slowness. Just do what Delve did. If you want to turn your open world into Delve, but you're just trying to make it look pretty and cumbersome, just fucking do it like Delve. Oh, hello Elite. Do you mind if I throw some cluster grenades at your feet? But it is very smooth being a fucking tanky boy. Not GC. Being a tanky boy. With no mana. I would like to try to solve the mana problem. I don't exactly know how I would go about doing that. But solving the mana problem would be pretty damn good. I mean, I guess I could just run a crossbow that doesn't have +6 to skills and just get a really high DPS one without plus the skills. and it will assist with the mana problems. Or I could just put life tap on the cluster grenard, but I'm pretty sure that'll just fucking kill me because they're so fucking expensive. You gotta love that uncut. Let's go get it. Let's hit this strang box. Why not? I'm fucking stuck, and I'm dead. Why were my cluster grenards grayed out? Wait, hold on. I don't know what the fuck just happened. My cluster grenard wouldn't fire. We got one death on the table. Because my clustered grenard was being retard. I had two, and I saw it. Must have ran out of mana, but I was hitting the mana potion button. Muffin button. Let's clear out this riffraff. Trippin', stumbling, trippin', stumbling. We got a unique. I got no clustered grenards. My cooldown too big. But because I'm pretty thick, I can survive all this shit. I ain't killing nothing. A bunch of shit in the way, but I ain't dead. I ain't dead yet. But it ain't that great for breach. It ain't that great for breach. But then again, doing a breach without dying, hey, that ain't bad. That ain't bad. Alright, I'm gonna do some charge for this bad boy. Let's get these riffraff out. Let's get this riffraff out. While my clustered grenards charge. We got the big boy. Put that big boy, let's put that big boy right there. We'll put that big boy, and then we're gonna hit Q. Charge up them big boys. Then we're gonna hit that middle button. We're gonna hit some of that. I accidentally dropped a clustered grenard because it's on my left click. I think sometimes the clustered grenards aren't popping off because one, I'm a little bit of a retard, but also I'm holding my right click and then I'm hitting my left click. I think sometimes that's interfering with each other. They ain't playing nice. So I hit that grenade like 3 times before it popped off, or there's just such a long delay in the grenade I end up rolling. Let's put this Q on. I don't have any supports on it, but let's see what it does. Nah, not that much. Yeah, I've only been running. This is probably my 8th map with this build setup. I ran it a couple times to make sure it worked, and now I'm just, you know, getting a little bit deeper. Oh, I can get that reward by killing all these fuckers. Fuck it. It's never any good. Just crafting material shit. And we all know I don't like crafting. And if we all don't know I don't like crafting, you guys have been watching these videos on mute. And it is the best way to watch my videos, but that's rude. You want a cluster grenade? You retard. Man, once I get that new crossbow, this is gonna pop off too, though. You gotta remember, I'm using a pretty shardy crossbow. A little 2-diver. 1 to 2-diver crossbow. Ain't gonna get no one wet. Alright. Oh shit, we got the boss and this shit? What the hell's going on here? Oh, I accidentally loaded the wrong rounds. It's a little, I'm new, you know, it's a little bit adjustment. What am I stuck on? What the fuck is going on? 2 deaths. Okay, the whole point of the build is to be tanky. I don't know what, I was trying to pick up loot. I mean, that is the only time you die in this game. You go to pick up loot and it's like, fuck that, dog. Oh, look at that revive spot. Look at that fucking revive spot. I didn't even get that fucking loot. I think I hit Z as well. Oh my god, I hit all kinds of wrong buttons there. What the fuck was that? That was some bullshit. Bunch of fucking bullshit. Ooh. Reduced rarity. No one's gonna want no fucking reduced rarity. Eh, maybe someone will. Might as well, you know, it's not a lot of work to just go to manage shop. Let's just put this bitch on there. 10 exalts. List that motherfucker. Go to my big boy tab. That was fucking, that was weird. That was weird as shit. I don't know how I feel about that. Fucking another power chart? No. No. I never get that mod. It's the best fucking mod in the game. And the only time I get it is when... Where are my fucking maps at? Is when I actually need power charges. Oh, fucking temp chains. We don't want none of that shit. Union Soul with the map boss. What the fuck does that mean? All kinds of extra damage mods. We got extra... Nah, it's extra chaos. That's the one thing I'm weak at. Ah, fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. Chaos is the one thing I'm weak at. But let's do this. Why are you loading that piece of shit gun? Oh yeah, let's try some new shit. Hit them grinding gears for a little bit. Grinding the gears. Grinding the gears. Let's do chain. Let's swap out fork and pop into chain and see if we can get off the chain. I don't think I've played this map yet. Oh, there's a rare back here. Where were you? Right there? I don't need any more of those. I don't know why I keep picking them up. I don't think they sell for anything, but I think you could sell them in bulk, so might as well. Boom, 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 boom. Cool loot, brah. The chain's a bit better for the big mob control. Yeah, just a hair. The meme cluster grenades with second wind might not be the best. It's good for bosses, but I might have to drop that sumbitch. Yeah, let's drop that. G, hit that G spot. We are on cluster grenades. Let's drop this second wind. Let's put that, set that bad boy right there, and let's see what we got for it. Armor, explosion, mobility. I ain't got shit for it. What we got? What we got? Magnified area. Fire mastery. Will that work? Is this a fire? It's gonna make it cost even more. It is a fire. We'll pop fire mastery in there. Probably one of the worst ones you can do, but what the fuck ever. Close combat, if I don't already have it, would be the one I'd want. We'll see what happens with the boss when I only have 2 cluster grenades instead of 4. But now they pop off a cooldown a lot faster, so for mapping, it'll be just a lot better. I was finding myself a bit, did I trip? There's one thing, oh, I think I did trip. I fucking hate the sprint, to be honest with you. It's dog shit. They made it as bad as possible, to be honest with you. Like, I'm not sure I could have designed a sprint this poorly. Okay, so here are all the bad things about it. One, when you're sprinting, you run like an idiot. You can't turn, then you hit a wall, and it's like, ugh. So it kills a lot of your speed that you're gaining. 2, you have to roll to sprint. Now there's a new skill called Mirage Archer that spawns when you roll, but if you roll while it's already out, it resets the cooldown. So you can't sprint if you're using Mirage Archer because you have to roll first, and you're going to cast your Mirage Archer, which is going to suck for you. And then the fucking stumbling. Like, what the fuck? Why can't they just make things better? Why can't they be better at their job? Which is sad for Diablo 4, right? Because Diablo 4 is even worse. I think what they need is to just pay me nothing and just say, hey, what do you think of this? And I say, that's good, that's not good. So when they're like, how do we fix sprint? I'll be like, okay, here's what you do. You make it so you have 100% increased movement speed when there are 0 enemies around this circle here, and boom, done. You don't need to hit a sprint button. It just happens auto-fucking-matically. You're in your fucking town, and you want to go from point A to point B, guess what? 100% movement speed. Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Give me one good reason why the fuck not. Did my cluster grenade just not hit this guy? Yeah, you didn't have a reason. I know you were thinking about it. You're like, well, why the fuck not? Why can't he get 100% movement speed when there's, like right here, 100% movement speed. Then the monsters come, 100% movement speed gone. I'm a dumbass. I'm a retarded person. And yet, I can always come up with a better solution than GGG on most of their shit. Must be all that fucking kiwiing up there. I went to New Zealand once, and that was the first time I had a golden kiwi. I didn't know golden kiwis exist. All the kiwis I had are those hairy, ugly motherfuckers. But a golden kiwi, you can just eat like a goddamn apple, but it has no core, and you can just eat the skin right up. The skin's not all hairy. It's nice and smooth. Oh my fucking god. One of the best things ever. The flavor is much better too. Much more sweet. Well, what are you doing, bitch? You ain't got shit on me, dog. Yeah, that was fucking great. Well, I was gonna play till I leveled up, but I've died a few times, and I think I'm at the same spot in experience as I was before. Big part of the reason I went with this build is it was a lot tankier, which it is. But I might have to do something instead of this armor piercing thing. It's way more fun, and I don't get tired of this build yet. I can play through this all the time, and it's just super groovy. I like it a lot. And to me, that's like the most important thing. If you're having fun playing your build, you're gonna play your build more. But if you're not really liking your build, like I wasn't really like my last one, primarily for the cheap ass one-shots. And in this one, when I die, it's not a one-shot. The game will bug out or some bullshit. You get a fucking mana monster and you run out of mana, and then you're just not shooting. And then you just kind of stand there and die. But you don't die in one shot. You die in a bunch of little small hits. Shit, I should squeeze in some life recoup. Man, my attack speed's too fast. I keep double casting it. I don't want to double cast. What do I got here? Rapid attack for explosion. Let's try rapid attack instead of Nova projectiles. Now that I got Fork on, and Pierce on, Chain. The last one to pick. Now they got Chain instead of Fork. It's more laser beamy, and it's kind of cool to be all laser beamy like that. It's not like the Demon Hunter, but it's kind of laser beamy. It's kind of dope. You really pound through them rounds, too. Oh, fucking left click. Oh, but I got it in time. I got it in time. Fucking look at this bullshit. Four-way crossing? What the fuck are you thinking, GGG? What the fuck kind of map is this? I don't want no fucking four-way cross. I don't want to make no damn decision. I want the map to smoothly flow from zone to zone until you're done. Fucking four-way crossing. What the fuck? Ooh, more maps. I'm not quite flooded on the maps yet. Let's see. Let's drop. Let's pump it up. Pump it up. Drop a fucking thing. Hit that detonator. Hit that. Oh, I gotta drop it. Then hit the detonator. I fucked that all up. I fucked that all up. Cluster grenade was just a little too slow. And I fucked that all up. Oh, that only had one? Or did I die twice? I didn't even get to finish that. Okay, I'm just a loser. What can I say? Identify items. Wait, when you go to here, it defaults to the last tab you were in. Because I want it to, if I could, I would want it to default to my big tab. All right, let's put this in there. Let's see what I got for cluster jewels. Nova, Fire Mastery, Magnified Effect. I do have Close Combat. All right, let's drop. Yeah, fuck it. Let's leave it as is. That's not really the problem. Ugh. Rapid attacks. Let's get rid of that and let's do armor explosion. Rapid attacks, armor explosion. Let's see what we can do here. More monster life. Wait, I think that one was like the really heavy damage mod one. I can't remember. I thought I grabbed a super heavy damage one. See, those armor explosions are just kind of gimpy, right? Oh yeah, they're super gimpy. Blindside, rapid attacks, fresh clip, armor break, armor explosion. I did get rid of chain. Let's try fork. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Yeah, I think I could roll through enemies much better in the past. Something's different. Something's definitely a bit on the funky side. Get on that funky. What the fuck? I was just talking about how I don't get one shot and then one shot. We got reduced crit. I don't think there's any damage mods on this. There's too much shit for me to see. Proximal intangibility. It's the worst fucking mod in this goddamn game. In order for this to... What the fuck is hitting me? Why? Why would you make that? I can't fucking see that. I like my Nova. Let's get rid of this fucking rapid attacks. I'm having to reload too quickly. I think I like it how I had it. Now I'm definitely lower. I am negative on the experience. Yeah, this is where it's at. Oh, we gotta finish it up. It's kind of odd. Well, one, that there's fucking poison all over the goddamn ground. Like, fucking Christ. I mean, the things I hate the most are on death effects and shit on the ground. I don't look where my feet is when I play this game. I look where my feet are, not where they is. Where's this motherfucker? Like, my eyes are not here. My eyes are all around looking at the enemies. I'm not going to be looking at my fucking feet the whole goddamn time to try to see if there's some barely visible fucking poison shit that I'm standing in. And again, if they really insist on having bullshit on the ground that you stand in and it kills you, which serves no real gameplay function other than to be a dick. If they insist on doing that, they should at least have an audio cue option that you can turn up. Like a loud fucking hiss that's like, you are on damage over time. That'd be great. Just a fucking annoying ass screech in your ear to let you know that the game fucking hates you. Well, this would have been a good map to have second wind on. I don't think I've ever gotten any loot from white mobs. I find them to be completely pointless to kill. So I mostly just run through them, which is why I don't give a fuck about not killing any of these people. They're just a waste of space, time, energy. If you don't give loot, then you don't give shit. Yeah, definitely this is my favorite out of the crossbows so far. Not because it's good, but just because it feels good. And it's physical. I wanted a physical skill. I didn't want to use an elemental skill. I don't want to fuck with resistances and all that bullshit. Immune to physical. Did I get my grenade off? Yes, I did. Hard to tell sometimes. Why did I pick that staff up? I don't even know if I need any of this shit. I don't know if I'm gonna use it for anything. Two right next to me. We'll go to this one first. Oh, he wasn't even there. Look at this other one. Ooh. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Let me clear out this riffraff. I should put a cluster bomb on spacebar. Let's give it some juice. Cluster grenade. Touch, touch, touch. Cluster grenade, cluster grenade. I mean, a little bit overkill. Little bit overkill. This one does have a boss, and that boss might not be where this enemy is, but we'll go to where the arrow says to go. Let me through. Dicks. And boom goes the dynamite. Was there was a fist over here. I saw the purple. I saw the wispy purple. Nope, not that way. Cool. Instead of opening it, you just threw some cluster grenades on it. Dope, dope, dope. Cool, 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 cool. No doubt, no doubt. I mean, it's my fault for using a skill on my left click, but you know what I'm talking about. You know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Worst fucking breach ever. Shit ass fucking map. Shit ass monocost. They're gonna force me to use a damn macro or an auto presser on my mana potion. Just keep pressing it. Oh fuck, why'd I should have been doing that this whole time. Just, wait, hold on. Yeah, it won't trigger if there's no mana, so I can just put it on an auto clicker. And I got these auto clickers that I built myself, and it'll just click my physical keyboard, so it's not even a macro, so it's actually clicking the keyboard. Because you know what? Some of us are old and got that fucking arthritis. Some of us don't want to be clicking 45 fucking buttons. Some of us might want a cozy 1 to 2 button build, you know what I mean? Including flasks or potions. And even Mana Leech doesn't work. Like, I barely even noticed Mana Leech. It's so fucking weak. Where the fuck is this boss? Is it oh, fuck. There it is. Navigated. Oh, I got stuck on the wall. Oh, I got stuck on that. I don't know if they were smart, what they would do. I mean, it's a brand new idea I've never had before, and I haven't mentioned yet. It's just, instead of having a stupid-ass button that makes you sprint, they could just lower the map size, or have it when there's no enemies around in your presence, you just get a 1,000,000% movement speed. I mean, those are just a couple suggestions. You took too long. Now my juice is out. Let's load up my juice again. Well, that one didn't hit for shit. Let's load up some juice again. Why not? Ting. One more divine orb for my collection. Why would I pick up something blue? Why can't a boss just die and not be a fucking dick and spawn all kinds of little enemies? I'm trying to loot. I am trying to fucking loot. Ramble Jack. Oh, people use energy shield. We'll do it like that. Wait. I want that crossbow. Fuck. Oh well. Dog shit. Dog shit. I don't even want to pick that up. Dog shit. Deflection boots. They are new. Big tab. Alright. Oh, unique map. Untainted Paradise. Let's fucking get in that Untainted Paradise. Single portal. Oh, my music stopped. I fucking hate YouTube. He'll let me listen for like 20 minutes. I was like, are you sure you're still listening? Fuck you, it's my bandwidth. Let me use it. Oh, we got a rare over here. What's up, buddy? Ouch. Don't punch my face like that. That was rude. Not much of a paradise. It seems totally tainted. Oh, I didn't kill him. Little too weak. A new crossbow would fix that. Ooh, fat man. Where you at, fat man? Suck that dick, fat man. Why is it saying there's two elites behind me? I don't even know how the fuck you'd get behind me. Oh, over that way. For now, I'll probably have to replace armor piercing rounds. Just get rid of the whole armor break situation and switch it up to something like shock burst rounds or something like that until I get my new crossbow. Once I get my new crossbow, then I should have the DPS to make this skill work. Because I really like the way it plays, the way it feels. It just doesn't quite got enough damage to do a little bit harder content. Like a basic T15 it's pretty great at. But once you get something that may be a little bit on the delirious side, it kind of falls apart. A little bit. In the damage department. Then you gotta rely solely on the cluster grenades to kill shit. Fucking Dick Cheeseburger. See them all fucking surround me and then get stunned. Unaffected by slows. That charm's popping off. And there's a part of me, I think I need more crossbow to reload speed, because there's a part of me that really doesn't like when I have to reload my crossbow and I'm just kind of fucking standing there. And it's pretty... I wasn't even paying attention. I'm so used to not dying. Okay, well that's done. Alright. Let us take a look. Armor breakers to gain the endurance charge. That's damage. Blindside is damage. We can get rid of blindside if we need to. Anyways, that was the maps I wanted to run. Pretty good defenses. I just need to replace this armor piercing rounds, which sucks because I really did like the idea of breaking their armor and then sucking them off. But if it's not going to work that great, let's just take a look at some of these other skills. I haven't tested out that many crossbow skills yet. I tried out fragmentation rounds at the very beginning, and then this plasma blast, which is a charge, which is kind of cool, but it's got a 2-second to the attack time, and it's already kind of slow, so that's pretty dumb. That's pretty lame. Let's take a look at a few of these crossbow skills. Incendiary, fragmentation, permafrost. I'm just gonna look for the one that has the high attack damage. 64, 45, 32, 48, 550. How many ammunitions we get on that bad boy? 6 bolts per clip. Ice shard. Let's try that out. Put that ice shard round. R. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's kind of fucking cool. Let me read it. Load your crossbow with a clip of icy bolts that rapidly fire at the ground, leaving shards of ice at the impact location. That's arms after the duration. After arming, the ice shards explode when the enemy steps on them, dealing more damage the longer they have been armed, up to a maximum. Using this skill again reloads the clip. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm definitely going to give that a shot. Let's see what it looks like with Mr. Circle Boy. Okay, that's pretty fucking cool. That's pretty fucking cool. And let's speed this shit up with a little bit of Rapid attack. Okay, that's pretty fucking radical. That's pretty radical. Okay, alright. Ice shards. Nicely done. We'll be giving you a shot. I don't have anything to go 5 link on it. It's not really fair to compare a non-5 link. Alright, ice shards. Galvanic shards. 48 attack damage. I don't really want to fuck with that. 127. Don't want to fuck with that. Explosive shot. I don't want to fuck with that one either. I don't want to fuck with that. Siege Bleisha. No. No, I don't want that. Shock burst round. Yeah, that's 400. Let's see what we got here. Shock burst round. Load shock burst round. Come on. Oh, that's just like the other one. Okay, that could be fine. That could be totally fine. Yeah, that one's looking pretty dope. Let's take a look at it with the circles and the speed. Oh yeah, that one's pretty cool looking. Alright, yeah, that one looks like it's pretty good to test out. So when we look at these armor piercing rounds, they only do... Oh no, they do about the same. Never mind. Oh no, that's attack speed. 117 attack damage. These bad boys are much higher on the attack damage. No, they're not. I'm reading attack speed. I'm dumb. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Attack speed. I'm tired of attack speed. I want something that's gonna fucking hit hard. I want something that's gonna suck me off. I mean, that one's got the cooldown, but it hits hard. Does he not have a fucking banger slammer? I mean, this one's 223. Guess some of these other ones weren't so bad. Anyways, I'll give those a shot. See which temporary skill I like the best. And maybe I like this high velocity round. Let's try the high velocity round. Let's move it down over here. Let's try it with a bit of circles and a bit of attack speed. Oh, circles, I gotta replace this. What? Supported skills fire an additional 4 projectiles. Supported skills fire projectiles in a circle. 40% less damage. Okay. I don't see this firing in a... Oh, that's because I'm not using it. You know, sometimes I'm dumb. What can I say? High velocity round. Well, that's wonky. Can it chain? Piercing bolt, so it can't chain. Wait, hold on. There is a support. Fucking support. Am I on a fucking uncut support? No, there we go. High velocity rounds, ricochet 3. Projectiles from supported skills pierce all targets. Modifiers granting additional projectiles. Instead, cause projectiles from supported skills to chain an additional time from terrain. I think I have a ricochet 3 already. Second wind. Can I just type a 3? No, I can't just type a 3. Because there's no way in fuck I'm going to be able to spell ricochet. Nope. High velocity rounds. Ricochet 3. Let's engage that shit. Do I have a big boy? I don't think I have a big boy. Nope, I don't have a big boy. So we'll just do Ricochet 3 instead of... Yeah, I want that reload speed. And we'll just run a 14 real quick, because I just want to see this one real fast. Really quick here before I go take the fattest shit I've taken in weeks. Big ol' fucking dumparooski. Brewing up. Can I run? I can't run that one again. But I can run... Let's just run this cliffside, since I fucked it up. Wait. I want circles. Does that interfere with circles? Oh, no, never mind. Yeah. The 4 additional projectiles are going to be 4 chains from terrain. I don't see it chaining from terrain. Maybe it's got to hit an enemy. There we go. That's pretty fucking cool, dog. Okay, this might be the winner. That's really cool. Sometimes it's not... Am I missing? Why doesn't it work all the time? It would be cool if it fucking worked all the time. What that? Oh, maybe I gotta hit the terrain first. What? Where's my other one? Did I take it off by accident? Why did it take it off? Probably because I'm dumb. Okay, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. It's kind of fun. I would need more attack speed, more bolts, and more reload speed in order to use this, though. I mean, I'm in the map. I might as well give ice shards a shot. Why aren't you firing? Sometimes when you hold down the button, it just like gives up on allowing you to hold down the button. I mean, that does 0 damage. I mean, it's all by itself, so it doesn't have any supports, but still. Very no damage. Only good in theory, I guess. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. I was standing on some poison shit? I don't know how I keep fucking dying, dog. I think it's poison shit on the ground. I'm just too oblivious. And my mic is kind of right in front of my health points. Never gonna make it to 90. That's it. It's only been an hour and 30 minutes. I don't think you guys got enough of me yet. I'll check you later.